Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. I am a full-time reseller. Today I have another Goodwill bins haul for you guys. So I went to the Goodwill outlet yesterday. I spent about 4 hours there. It was actually a pretty good day, like one of the best days I've had in a while. If you guys continuously watch my videos, you may remember me talking about how crappy some of my bin strips have been lately. Well, yesterday was pretty good. I got a lot of great fall and winter items and a lot of like bolo items, style based especially, that I'm going to be showing you and talking to you guys about. So if you're not already, make sure you subscribe, turn on that notification bell. I do not say that often, but more than half of the people that watch my videos actually are not subscribed to my channel. So if you're not, it really helps out my channel a lot. Hit the thumbs up button on this video. I really appreciate you. And let's jump right into it. So yesterday I got about, how many items did I get? I don't even remember. I got a decent amount of items, but I only paid 92 cents per item. That's pretty average for me. Typically I will pay right under $1 for my pieces, for every piece when I go to the Goodwill outlet. And actually I should have paid a lot more. Like, she told me yesterday that my bill was over $100 and she only charged me $59.70. And it's so funny because if you look at my spreadsheet, my expense spreadsheet where I keep track of like my cost of goods and stuff like that, you will see a lot of the same totals when I go to the bins. Like $59.70 is pretty much what they charge me for a full cart every time. It's so funny, like, because they just give you a deal and no matter what, they're like, okay, 30 pounds, no matter how many pounds you got, that's 30 pounds. Especially my one girl that works there. She's always giving a deal anyway. So I really get things for a good price. And I really freaking appreciate that they do that as well. But I'm going to first show you a couple pieces that I'm going to take to my next in-person market, which is actually in like 3 days. It's this weekend on Saturday. So I'm really excited about that. By the time this video goes live, it will already be over. But I got this scarf. This is actually really big. Typically at my in-person markets, I take smaller scarves, but I'm like, you know what? Something about this, it feels really nice and I feel like somebody's going to like it. So I'm going to throw this in my scarf bin. At my in-person market, I have vintage scarves for $3 a piece. The girls love them. Like, it's actually wild. And honestly, I probably could up the price to $5 because, and that would still be a great deal because a lot of vendors and sellers at these in-person markets, their scarves are like $10 and I'm like, no, I get them for so cheap, like even $3, like I'm still making a good profit. This next thing is this little cutesy woven purse. I loved it. I loved the kind of wood handles, just so freaking cute. Obviously, I feel like this would be better for summertime, but cute nonetheless. And this is actually vintage Talbots, but I probably would have picked this up no matter what. This is in really good condition. Like, it really looks like it was barely worn. I probably will mark this around $15. I thought this was just so cute. Like, honestly, I debated whether or not to keep this, but I'm like, girl, would you ever actually use that? Probably not. So I'm gonna go ahead and sell that. What did she say? Oh, yeah, okay. Anyway, this next purse, also going to be taken to my in-person market. I thought it was really cute. I loved this chain print. Has this, like, really chunky zipper there. Pretty sure this is faux leather. Either way, probably marked that at like $10 or $15. And then I found another purse this same day. Like, I was finding a lot of purses. This little cutesy denim purse. Again, I'll probably mark that at like $10. I only paid 92 cents. So getting a quick $10 flip, not complaining. And then those things, all of my market things, I do not list online. Some pieces I will pull from my inventory, some like substantial pieces that I want to sell and take to my in-person markets. But for the most part, my in-person market inventory, the stuff that I sell there, and then my online store inventory, eBay, Poshmark, Depop, Mercari, all of those are separate. I try not to cross contaminate listings, if you will, because it gets confusing. But anyways, those are the things I'm going to be taking to market. This is a bag that I picked up to list online. This is actually a belt bag. I thought this was so interesting. Okay, you put it on your belt. I felt like a biker or somebody riding a motorcycle would like this. And this was made in Portland, Oregon. This is just by the brand Looped Works. And this was actually upcycled leather. This looks like it was never ever used. I'm not gonna open it, but it has a decent, like, it's a decent size. It's suede line. This is so nice. I could not find much information on this brand, many comps on it, but it seemed like people were listing this pretty high. So I'm gonna be listing this right around $40, which is actually kind of lower compared to what other people are listing it at. But because I could not find much information on it, I did find a bag that did sell for $40. So that's why I chose to list it at that price. This next piece is something I have to kind of work on. Not really, nothing too crazy. I really try not to get pieces that I have to work on, that I have to fix, that I have to put a lot of work into. You know, as a single mom, as a full-time reseller, I do not have a ton of time in the world. So anything with a ton of flaws, I either will list it with a flaw, or I will just not pick up, or I will donate it back if I find the flaw after the fact. But this, it's not a flaw. These pants were just hemmed. So I'm like, that is super easy to fix. I need to just take a seam ripper and rip out the seam there on the hemmed part. Super easy. But these are a vintage pair of Bugle Boy cargo pants, okay? I'm pretty sure these are men's. They're 27 waist, but I'm going to list them, I think, as women's, because 27 waist for a man, that's pretty tiny. Pretty dang tiny. But these cargo style, I love this. Where is it? Over here. This kind of patch here. Super artsy, I feel like. And this olive green, just this cargo style is super popular right now, and I'll probably list that around $28. Once I get those listed, everything else I'm showing you today besides the market pieces have been listed and will be listed by the time this video goes live. This piece is something that is really popular right now, you guys. Doesn't really matter the brand. It doesn't really matter. Like, people are loving brown suede jackets, especially brown for some reason, but suede jackets in general, leather jackets in general are so hot. I feel like they're really popular every fall and winter, but especially this fall. So when I found this brown button-up suede jacket, this is a women's plus size. It is real leather, real suede. This is like a 2X. I knew I had to pick it up. There is a little bit of wear on this on the sleeve cuffs. I did note that in my listing, of course. But I'm going to be listing this around $32. Again, brown, especially brown, or suede jackets. They are doing so well right now. And terms, keywords that I will use in my title are things like Western, bohemian. Of course, you know, I want to put suede so people know that it's a real suede. I think I put shacket in this listing because it is kind of that shacket structure, and shackets are once again popular, you know, this fall and winter. So that piece, I think I said listing around $28. This is a vintage lime green sweater. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Cable knit cardigan. This is what the tag looks like. Super, super old. Super vintage. Size medium. And this I'll be listing around $28. This piece, you guys, actually somebody gave me at the bins. She first asked if I wanted to trade a different piece that I have in here with this, and I said, no thank you. I really, really like the other piece, which, spoiler, is a vintage Gap leather skirt. We will get to that later, but I'm like, no thank you. And then later on, she came back to me and was like, you know what, I'm actually gonna just put these back if you want them. And I'm like, yes please. So it turns out I got both items. So anyway, these are a vintage pair of suede pants, you guys. Suede pants. Look at those bottoms with the slit, kind of flare, wide leg, that little X bow like detail. Not really a bow, but like an X detail. So freaking cute. This is by Wilson's Leather, size 12, lined. Okay, so these do have a little bit of wear to them, especially on the bottom, like the hemline. I really do not know how to clean suede, so I am not doing anything with this. I'm going to be listing them, you know, with these flaws and just noting it in my listing. But I feel like somebody is still really going to enjoy this piece, especially because that's like right at the very bottom. Not going to be too noticeable when you wear it. And then there is a little black mark on the back right there. But anyway, I also put in my title bell bottoms because they kind of have that shape. And I noticed suede pants with this structure a couple pairs sold with the word bell bottom in the title. So you guys, these ones I'm listing right around $60. This was definitely a really good day for me as far as some higher dollar items go. You know, my business is a volume-based business. I want a lot of items in and out of my store quickly. I want to sell a lot. I want to list a lot. Right now I'm listing 15 items Monday through Fridays. I changed that about a week ago and I've been really consistent with that so far. So I'm really hoping that it continues. But, you know, a lot of my items are those bread and butter items that sell between $20 and $25. And I'm totally fine with that. But this day I was finding, yesterday, not this day, it was literally yesterday. Feels like a lifetime ago. But yesterday I was finding a lot of those higher dollar, $50, $60 sales. So I was really, really happy. And that really helps carry the business, you know, it really does. Those pops of those higher dollar sales here and there really, it makes my day, first of all. Every sale makes my day. But yeah, anyway, so really, really happy to find those in-season, on-trend suede pants. Not to mention they're size 12, which is a really good size. So, you guys, I was shocked when I found these. Not to mention these were in an older bin, okay? Like, it was a new rotation, but there was people already digging through this bin by the time I got to it. I found not one, not two, but 3 Barefoot Dreams cardigans. Are you kidding me? Okay, so this used to be an absolute bolo. These pieces used to go for a lot more than they do now, but I am still happy to pick these up at the Goodwill outlet, especially for less than $1. They are all great sizes. This one is a size large. No, large, extra large. This one, it's harder to see the brand, but they all, most of Barefoot Dreams' material are this cozy chic, light, really fuzzy, soft material. If you guys have ever felt a Barefoot Dreams cardigan or piece, like, you just know they're just so nice. I actually have one in my own closet that I bought secondhand probably about a year ago at this point. I should have just waited because these are all my size. So funny. But yeah, so each of these 3 pieces I'm going to be listing right at $30, which is actually pretty low. Like I said, you used to be able to get a lot more. So this one, I didn't even really show it. This one is an open front ombre cardigan, kind of waterfall style. I love the gray and the white. Most pieces you find will just be plain, but so soft. I love Barefoot Dreams. This is a like shawl type poncho. Trying to find the hole, the head hole. There's a head hole here. Black. This is a 1 size. This one does say cozy chic, which, like I said, is mostly their material, and some of their pieces have bamboo in them, like, which is what helps to make it so soft. And then this next one, the last one I found, is a size large. It is a super long open front with pockets. I actually debated on whether or not to switch the one in my closet to this one. This one's black. The one in my closet is like a lighter kind of navy blue, dusty like navy blue color. But I'm like, you know what? No, I'm just going to list this. This is a large cozy chic light. And you want to make sure you put that cozy chic in your title. Again, listing all of those for $30 each. And I'm really hoping that they sell quickly because I have them priced pretty low. I need to go back. I actually have another Barefoot Dreams piece right now listed in my stores. I think I have it listed too high because it's been sitting for a while. So I need to go evaluate that and see what that is listed for. But it's so funny because in my entire reselling career, 5 years at this point, I have never, like, I probably only found 2 pieces in the wild ever in my 5 years. And in this one day, in the one bin, I found 3 pieces. So literally within a minute, I found more pieces than I have in the 5 years of my reselling. That's wild. So this next piece is the Gap leather skirt that I was talking about. Look at this gorgeous piece, you guys. Oh my gosh. It's like this brown reddish leather. I don't know if you could tell, but it has a seam detailing to it where it kind of has like patchwork vibes. Size 4. Love this. Definitely vintage. This is a vintage, older, like Y2K 90s Gap tag. Oh my goodness. Gap leather skirts like this are selling right around $50. I'm going to be listing mine at $60, $59.99. I always list a little bit higher than I'm expecting to get to leave room for offers. And I also always have a 10% sale going in my eBay store as well as a 10% coupon that buyers can use on top of that. So I like to give myself some wiggle room there, but I'm listing that right at $60. Again, a higher dollar sale. Really happy. This piece is a vintage Woolrich piece. I'm really picky with the brand Woolrich, but I really like this T-snap, kind of quarter snap up. I say T-snap. A lot of times, like Patagonia, Chinchillas, you will use the word T-snap, but snap up button. This is a men's size large, and this was actually made in the USA, which I like even better. Blue, green, kind of tartan plaid vibes. Fleece, I freaking love this. Gorp core, I put in my title. I just love this. Like, I don't know, lumberjack vibes in my opinion. This, you know, vintage Woolrich pieces like this, people have listed all over the place. Comps, kind of all over the place. So I'm listing this on the lower end of comps. I like things going out of my store pretty quickly, like I said, you guys. So if I'm unsure of something, or if something has a lower sell-through rate, or if comps are all over the place, I will list in that mid to lower range. So I'm going to be listing that around $34. This, same type of vibe with the like green and blue tartan plaid. Okay, this is an apron dress. You could call it, it's a mini dress. Also, you guys, in other countries, or I think in Europe, okay, I don't remember where. There's one country specifically, I can't think of right now, but some countries call dresses like this jumpers. I just learned this. Some countries call sweaters jumpers. Some countries call dresses like this jumpers. So confusing. Fashion is confusing. Words are confusing. But, so I'm putting midi dress and jumper in my title. This actually has no brand on it, no tags whatsoever. I'm almost positive it is vintage. Has a tie back to it. This is like a size extra large. I just imagine this with like a turtleneck, a white turtleneck underneath with some booties. Oh my gosh, somebody would look so cute in this. And this I'm listing right around $32. This piece I kind of debated on, but I have seen mini sequin skirts have been really popular lately. Like, I don't know why, just they've been popping up all around me. So I decided to get this Zara size medium. This is a great bread and butter brand. I'm listing that right around $25, but this would be a great New Year's piece. And just look, it is so bright in here right now. And this is so shimmery, so shimmery. Love that. And it's kind of velvet with sequins on it. This is a vintage sweater vest, pointel knit, kind of cable knit vibes by Northern Isles, size medium. Buttons at the shoulders there. Oh my gosh, so freaking cute. Cottagecore vibes, grandma core vibes. That'll be listing around $28. And then we have another sweater vest, which this has sheep on it, and I did not even realize that at first. It took me a minute in the bins to realize that those were sheep. It literally looks like lips at first to me. Like, I don't know why, but when you look closer, it's sheep. I actually noticed the fence at first on the bottom, and I'm like, wait a minute, that looks like a fence. And I looked up and I'm like, wait, that's the lips with the fence? Wait, no, that's sheep with a fence. So freaking cute. Cottagecore vibes, farmcore, rustic. This is a size large, made in the USA. That's what the tag looks like. This is in really good condition. And I'll be listing that around $32. This piece, actually one of my friends threw to me in the bin. A little baby Patagonia piece. I had to sweater shave this a little bit, but otherwise it's in really good condition. Size 6 to 12 month. They're better sweater hoodie, full zip. That'll be listing around $25. That is a brand that I rarely find. So when I do, I mean, I didn't even find it. Somebody gave it to me, but when I pick it up, I get really happy because I don't find it much. This is one of the first pieces I found. It was laying right on top of the bin. Free People, size extra large, you guys. I don't know if I've ever found a Free People size extra large piece. This is so freaking cute. I love the neckline of this. It is really V-neck, but something about it, I just love it. So dainty, kind of baby doll style. Tunic. Because it's an extra large, I'm going to be listing this a little bit higher, around $34. And I really think that I'm going to be able to get like $30 pretty quickly for that. I expect because it's an extra large, you know, it's going to sell pretty quickly. And I'm excited to see. I think some of these pieces I listed today, and some I have scheduled for tomorrow, I believe. Did I list that one today? I don't know. That may be one of the pieces that I've scheduled for tomorrow, but either way, I really think it's going to sell quickly. This piece, again, another vintage Gap piece. I love selling vintage Y2K Gap, depending on what it is. But this is a light wash trucker denim jacket, women's size medium. staple piece for somebody's closet, I feel. Like Y2K, biker vibes. Listing this right around $25. This piece is a great, like, bread and butter piece for me, you know? Like, just something I feel like everybody needs one of. This light wash, the gap, just the structure of this, I absolutely love. This piece, I probably should have left behind, and as I was photographing it, I'm like, oh man, should I have even picked it up? Do you guys ever do that? Like, there's just sometimes when I come home and I regret picking up something. Like, there's a couple pieces in this haul where I'm like, why did I pick that up? Like, what were you even thinking, Ashley? But I feel like this will sell, hopefully. Cricket Lane vintage plaid blazer. I do like the plaid, like, blazer look, but I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I should have left this behind. Maybe not. We will see. This is like a women's 2X. And I'm listing that right around $28. This is super lightweight. I feel like it's a great piece for this time of year, at least. Now this, you guys, I found a lot of great skirts yesterday. I actually found a midi corduroy skirt that's brown from, it's just by the brand Sonoma, but definitely older, like Y2K. And I ended up trying it on. Fit me like a glove, so I'm keeping that. I actually think I'm going to wear it to my event this weekend. Maybe. It's supposed to be warmer. Again, it's like 80 degrees today, you guys. I don't even know why or how. My last video I filmed was yesterday, and I talked about how it's been oddly warm. Like, it went from being really cold, like 50, 40 degrees, to now 80 degrees for a couple days. I'm just like, so weird. Global warming is definitely real. Anyways, this is a vintage Eddie Bauer size 6 wool blanket skirt. Look at this, you guys. Has fringe. Oh my gosh. Such a staple piece for this time of year. This one also has a buckle closure. Dark academia vibes to the fullest. Definitely put that in my title. That piece I'm going to be listing around $34. This is in such good condition. And I really have a feeling it's going to sell really quickly. It's, you know, a great fall winter piece. It's lined, it's thick, it's warm. Somebody's absolutely gonna love that. And then this next piece is like exactly the same, and I mean, different color, different vibes, different brand, again by Gap. So funny. Size 6, same size as that. So I'm really thinking that somebody, like the same person, donated these. But again, has fringe on the bottom, wool blend, blanket style skirt. They're both wrap skirts. I didn't mention that. Total staple piece. Again, warm. This one is lined as well. This one, again, I'm listing right at $34. This, you guys, is a super old from the 60s or 70s by Jonathan Logan. I loved this green and pink floral pattern, which is why I picked it up. Buttons halfway down the top, tie neck, midi length, kind of half sleeves. I also really like the sleeves. So freaking cute. Now, it is missing a button. I wish I would have seen that in the store. I really need to get better about checking buttons in the thrift store, in the Goodwill bins, because I'm always finding that things are missing buttons, and there's no way that I'm going to find this exact button anywhere. You know, like, there's just no way. But I'm going to just list it as is. I'm going to list this right around $25, which is pretty low, but because of the missing button, I really want it to sell quickly, and I feel like that lower price is going to help it sell quickly. Also, that brand does not have a really high sell-through rate, but vintage pieces like that usually don't, you know. You can tend to sit on them. Sometimes. I recently sold a vintage dress within like 2 weeks of listing it, so it really just depends. But again, that lower price I feel like should help sell it pretty quickly. This next piece is a vintage Y2K Old Navy. Okay, not a brand I typically would pick up. Size 1. You could tell it's older because it's a size 1. They don't use that sizing anymore. That's a junior size. Yeah, no, they don't use size 1 anymore. But look at these camo cargo pants, kind of wide leg, flared, have studding detailing. Oh my goodness, so on trend. Y2K. I'm going to be listing these right around $28. And if I remember, the waist is right around 28 inches, I believe. I try to put the inches, like the waist in inches, in my title if it's a junior's sizing, if that makes sense. This piece, you guys, this is a brand that I've never found before, but I've heard that it does well. The brand is Fredericks of Hollywood. They make a lot of lingerie kind of pieces like that. This is a corset piece. Lace up back. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Black satin, has boning. I feel like this is such an on-trend piece right now. So many keywords I can use for that. Goth. I feel like, what's another one? I don't even know. Like coquette. It's black, so maybe not coquette. But that I'll be listing around $28. That brand doesn't sell for a ton, but it seems to be a popular brand, and I expect that to sell pretty quickly. So I just had a piece sell on eBay for $19.75. So that's what I mean by, like, I usually have pieces sell between $20 and $25 in my stores, and this was just a short sleeve like slinky blouse. So funny. But anyway, you guys, this is a little vintage Santa kind of overalls. Oh my gosh, these are so cute. Vintage, I think I said that. 0 to 6 months is the size. It says Merry Christmas on the back. Look at that. Oh my gosh, you guys, I wish I had a baby to put these in. So freaking cute. I'm gonna be listing these around $25. I've been really picky with my vintage kids clothes lately, but I could not leave that behind. This brand I've sold a handful of times. Take Two, size 2X. They seem to always have these like lightweight sweaters that have this kind of city artsy print to them, and they always surprise me. Like the first time I picked it up, I kind of regretted it. I was like, why did I pick it up? And it really doesn't matter what size either, it seems like. But it's sold quickly. So when I found it again at the bins, I'm like, okay, let's try that. Again, it sold pretty quickly. So I found this one, and I'm going to list that right around $25. We will see how it does. I'm hoping it sells quickly. This piece, kind of regretted, honestly. This is a polar bear sweater. We will see though how it does. It is just by Alfred Dunner. I am kind of experimenting because I have picked up a lot of Alfred Dunner pieces in the past, which some I have regretted, some have sold really well, but I'm experimenting. Like with this piece, I'm not going to put the brand in the title, and I'm going to see if that affects how quickly it sells, because normally like I just have it so wired in my brain that I need to put the brand in the title. But because this isn't really a great brand, and because I only pick up Alfred Dunner pieces for the style, I'm really, you know, Resellers Edge University kind of has taught me it's okay to not put the brand in certain titles, even if the brand is there, because it's not going to help it. You know what I mean? Like this is a style-based pickup, so I don't need to worry about the brand. So I'm kind of experimenting with that with this piece, but I'm just going to list this right around $25. This is in really good condition for being white, and it's the perfect time of year for it because it's about to be winter, and we need to be listing those winter items and be preparing for the next season, which is winter. This piece made me really excited. This is a super old vintage Abercrombie & Fitch. Look at that tag, you guys. Oh my goodness. Cashmere, Angora, lamb's wool blend with a little bit of viscose and nylon. I kind of debated on this, but I figured I could use the keywords coquette, ballet core. I love, you know, super soft because of all those materials. It is a size large. It has some beading to it, which isn't really, you know, too on style, but because of those keywords that I can use, because of the good materials, because it's a super old Abercrombie piece, which people tend to like, I felt like I could pick it up, and paying only 92 cents, I was totally fine kind of experimenting with this. I really think it's going to do well though. I'm going to list that around $28. This piece probably should have left behind. Kind of regretted it, but it's so cute, you guys. It's not the right time of year for it, obviously. Has palm trees embroidered to it. But look at these buttons. Not even buttons, guys. These are button covers. I realized, look, you literally, I didn't even know there was such a thing. You open them, and then the buttons literally come out. Are you kidding? Like, what? I was shook. Okay, these are so freaking cute. Like, what? Yeah, never saw such a thing. I saw buttons that were accent buttons like this, but never button covers that you could take off. So wild. So the bottom button does not have it, and the very top button does not have that, but super cute gingham pink, has embroidered palm trees on it. This is just by Quacker Factory, size medium. Kind of regretted it because it's out of season, but I'm gonna list it only around $25. Hopefully it sells well. I don't know, I might be sitting on this piece for a little while, but I'm just a sucker for vintage pieces, you guys. This next piece, again, I'm like, dang it, why did I pick this up? Like, why did I pick this up? I don't know. I love this terry cloth, but this is a vintage, new without tags, size extra large. So maybe it'll do well. I don't know. I always second guess myself, you guys. Like, here's your sign. Even these content creators, such as myself, you know, we're not perfect. We don't know everything. It is important, and I'm telling you this as somebody who is teaching you guys stuff and trying to show you things that sell. Like, it is important for you personally to always do your own research. You know what I mean? And don't just listen to what people are saying. That's all I'm gonna say. But anyways, yeah, I don't know. I second guess myself all the time. And something about this I really liked, but then when I got it home, I'm like, why did I pick this up? I don't know. But I love this color block. It's a terry cloth material, kind of lime green with blue, new without tags. The extra large probably will help it sell. And I'm putting the words tennis, preppy, retro in that, and I'm hoping that helps it. And I'm listing that around $25. This piece could not find really anything on the brand. And then when you look at the material tag, it looks cheap. And there's no RN number. It literally just says 100% with a bunch of Chinese writing. But it feels nice, you guys. And then the tag itself looks nice, I think. It's called Ethnic Labels. I picked this up based off of style, not really because of the brand, obviously. But it is this like open front duster kind of kimono, black leaf print. Love the leaf print. Kind of witchy vibes, lagging look, has pockets. I love this. I feel like this is going to sell pretty well. Again, I couldn't really find much information on the brand, so I'm at least hoping that it sells well. I put the words witchy and whimsigoth in the title there, and hopefully that, you know, those keywords definitely will help pull it along. And I love the more like baggy, natural look to it. I should put the words oversized in there, honestly. That's a really great keyword as well. And then I believe this is our last piece, which is not very exciting, but a great little bread and butter piece. Vintage polo by Ralph Lauren, size medium. I'm really picky with this brand, and I actually was gonna put this behind, and I'm like, should I have left this behind? I don't know. This brand always sells for me, but not the polos. Do not pick up the polos. They do not sell. Unless they have a big embroidered crest, like don't pick up the polos. Not the basic ones. But the sweaters, this is also Pima cotton, do sell. They just might take a little while, and that I'm gonna list right around $25. Hoping that it sells pretty quickly. And you guys, that is everything I have to show you today. I'm feeling so hot right now. I might have to change. It's really cold in the morning still, but like I said, it's right around 80 degrees right now, probably like 75, almost 80. The sun is beaming into this room and it's warm out. Like, it's Pennsylvania weather is just so weird, let me tell you. But I hope you are enjoying this fall season. I hope you're enjoying this weather. I hope things are going well for you guys. I'm wondering how your sales have been. Mine have been decent. Like, I filmed a ship with me yesterday, which was Monday, and my weekend sales this past weekend were finally better than they have been for the past several weekends. So I'm hoping that's a good sign. Today has been pretty dead so far. I think I sold one thing. Oh no, you know what? I sold two things. Okay. We're making progress. I sold one thing on eBay like earlier this morning. And then somebody asked me if I would take $23 on a Bondworth tapestry jacket on Mercari. I had that listed at $35. I don't know why I had listed so high. And it's actually so funny, you guys. It's like the universe works in weird ways. This morning, literally, I was purging some inventory in my storage unit because it's all becoming too much. I really need to continue purging, but I haven't really had the time. So this morning while I was pulling sales, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to purge a few of these sweater bins because I don't really have room for any other sweaters. But I know I have a ton of stuff here that has been sitting for a year that I need to go through, and I need to purge a lot of it, like bad buys, just things that I don't want, you know? And this Bondworth jacket was one of the things. I picked this up less than a year ago, but at some points I'm just like, bad buy, bad buy, bad buy. This jacket, I was just so annoyed. I was almost about to get rid of this jacket. Then in my head, I was playing out this scenario like, oh, what if I got rid of it and then accidentally sold it? Forgot to take it down off my platforms and sold it. And then I was screwed because I already donated it. And then wouldn't you know, literally hours later, somebody messaged me about that jacket and asked if I would take $23. And I'm like, yes. So I lowered the price on Mercari to $23 and they bought it. So you guys know with Mercari, no fees. So that means I got $23 into my bank account, and I had it for almost a year, like I said, but I definitely got it from the bins. So yeah, it's just actually wild that it sold the same day that I was about to purchase. I'm really glad I didn't, because I would have been sad. I mean, I probably would have never known. Had I taken it off those platforms, I would have never known that somebody wanted to buy it. But it's wild, like, how the universe works. Anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling now. I need to go put these things away. I need to do a couple more things before I go pick up my kids for the day. It is 3:09, so I don't have too much time here, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching. I really, really appreciate you, and I'll see you in my next video.